Welcome back to What's the Story? Unlike you, I am Dan Kennedy, and I am joined by Joey and Brian from the band Country Westerns. Thank you for joining me, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, when I first was approached to do this interview, I had not heard of you, so I spent 3 days in deep dive into your music. I wasn't expecting what I heard. Obviously, your name brings up images of George Jones, Loretta Lynn, and that's what I was expecting. And when I heard your music, I was hit in the face with power pop chords and just post-punk. I mean, I was really surprised. So, where does your name come from? And is it only meant as an irony?
I mean, I always say we still play 3-minute songs about me and miserable, so that's pretty country to me.
Okay, cool.
But there's not any smart joke to it. I think it's just we just made us laugh, and
Yeah.
when we looked at the other names on the list we had made, it was maybe the worst and the best at the same time, so we just went with it.
What was one other name that was on the list?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
So listening to your finely crafted music, I'm reminded of The Replacements, R.E.M., Mudhoney, Bruce Springsteen, Working Class Rock. What was the first album you purchased, Joey?
Purchased? I don't know what the first one I purchased was. Probably a used record, because my mom used to work at antique shops. But I did steal Replacements Let It Be from my uncle when I was 11 years old.
Nice.
So I had that in the Walkman very early.
Nice. And you, first record?
I bought 2 records. It was Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms, and Van Halen 1984. Those were my 2 first records.
That's a good start.
Ask him his first concert.
Oh, first concert.
It was Rat opening for Billy Squier.
Billy Squier.
We
Yes.
talk a lot about Billy Squier.
I was in 4th grade.
Why is
I was
Matthew touring?
Oh, I can tell you why.
Because of that video.
Because of the video.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, that last video. The see frilly stuff. Yes.
But he could tour again, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
We totally support
Yeah,
Billy
yeah.
Squier. Please come back.
Yeah, come back, Billy.
So Joey, your singing voice is like a beautiful box of rocks.
All right.
Where did you get your gravelly voice from? Is it just the Mae West diet of cigarettes and whiskey, or?
Yeah, I take turns off of both of them, but I think, man, that's just what comes out. I try to sing pretty, but everybody likes it better when it's gravelly. So.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
I'd rather sing like George Jones, but
Well, yeah. So your first 2 7-inches, they were put out by Soft Junk Records. Great name for a record label. How did that happen? And who's Golden Fly Eagle, or Fly Golden Eagle?
there's another one of the bands that was on that label. It was part of kind of an art collective that a friend of ours was running. That was Soft Junk, which is sort of still puts on events in Nashville, but it was just very much a little dream factory and
cool.
studio. And that was the first person to take interest in us, our friend Nick.
Yeah.
So your amazing first album, the eponymous Country Westerns by Country Westerns, was released by Fat Possum Records. It's available now for download. However, it's out of print on vinyl.
That's true.
Are there plans for another printing, and what color?
We have no idea. We're trying to find that out right now.
All right.
But we've been so eager to get copies of our new record that we didn't want to push anybody too hard.
Absolutely.
Pressing the whole one.
So, from the first record, Times and Tunnels. Why do you want to live to be 1,000,000 years old?
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, I want to ask you about a song that you didn't write, and that is 2 Characters in Search of a Country Song. Great song. It uses the analogy of Jesse James and William Tell in a relationship stance. Genius, I say. Why did you choose that song to cover and put on a record?
I just always loved that Magnetic Fields record, Charm of the Highway Strip. And we don't do a lot of covers, but that was one of the only ones that we had that we would throw in our live show when we felt like it. So when we were finishing up the record, we were just like, oh, let's do a take of that.
Yeah.
And it came out sounding nice, and it seemed to tie a little bow on the record at the end, you know.
It's a good ending track, for sure. So we are here tonight to talk about your new record, Forgive the City. It's out on April 28th, about a month from now. I've heard the early release tracks, Money on the Table and It's a Living. Those are great tracks. But I absolutely love Speaking of the Blues.
Oh, man.
It's an amazing song. I can't wait to hear what's left on the record that I haven't heard. Where did you guys record this record, and tell me anything about the recording process?
We went back to the same place we did the first one, which is a Strange Weather recording in Brooklyn. And same producer and same engineer, Matt Sweeney, who plays with everybody, great dude, produced it, and this dude, Daniel Schlett, is the engineer. But after making our first record, it was such a good experience, and then we got grounded by the pandemic for almost 2 years, so we were itching to get, because we couldn't hang out with those guys, we were itching to go right back to the same place and get back to work. So I don't know, in the future, maybe we'll want to go to a more exotic locale, but the spot in Brooklyn has been good to us.
Yeah, all right. So you've, Joe, you've written many songs over the last 20 years of your career.
It's very sad.
What's your writing approach? Is it mostly autobiographical, or is it just words of rhyme?
Pure chaos.
Pure chaos. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really write any other characters beside myself, so I don't like have songs where I'm an axe murderer or something.
Okay.
They're autobiographical, but not really linear stories. It's just kind of a setting a scene, I guess.
All right, cool. So in preparation for the release of this new record, Forgive the City, you're out on the road with Titus Andronicus. Have those guys shown you anything you haven't seen before? And I want to ask you, because I haven't heard from you in a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Well, we haven't seen this many cities as our band yet, so they've certainly showed us that.
Yeah.
Wow, they're just great dudes.
Yeah.
They really, we're really appreciative that they took us out. They really seem to be supportive of our music and stuff.
Oh,
and I think they're great. I think it's amazing to watch the people react to them that haven't seen them, in so long. It's been really awesome being on the tour. Yeah.
I would say efficiency. Those guys.
Yeah.
Put it up and tear it down faster than anybody. Put on a great show. They're like Minutemen and the E Street Band rolled into one.
Nice. So you guys are from Nashville. At least that's where you're based out of now.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of. And do you still own a bar in Nashville?
Yes, I do.
So you pretty much always have a place to play.
Oh, we don't allow live music at my bar.
Oh, are you serious? Oh my God.
The first rule.
Oh my God, I didn't know. Okay.
That's why all the musicians hang out there.
Okay, all right. So have you had any experience basking, just playing out for people on the streets?
Busking?
Yeah.
Not in Nashville.
No?
I played in the subway a couple times in New York.
Oh, that's gotta be brutal.
Yeah, it was good acoustics.
Yeah, all right. Your band, The Wait, is that completely done? And do you ever perform Ten Madres on stage now?
No. Don't perform it. I'm not against it. I think we got together and played one show a few years ago. We're all still friends, but everybody's scattered.
Okay. All right, so this is my favorite question here. This is for both of you. Living, dead, living, dead. Who would you most like to fight?
To fight? Ooh. For fun or for anger?
Whatever you want.
Oh.
I don't know. That's a crazy question. You said to fight.
To fight.
Oh.
Living dead or living dead? Joey?
I don't
I'm not a
know.
great fighter.
I'd hate to pick somebody that I really hate, because what if I didn't win?
Okay.
He's more of a fighter than me, and he doesn't even have an answer.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know.
I don't know. I've been in fights, but I've never won one.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, the last thing I want to say is to you, happy birthday, sir.
Oh, thank you.
I heard before the show here, and I just wanted to tell you that we wish you a happy birthday.
Santa Cruz birthday, it's the best.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to say thank you very much to these guys, the Country Westerns. I want you to leave us your comments below here, and let's have a good conversation about this band. All right, thanks for watching.